Does it help to view porn as immoral?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Does it help to view porn as immoral? Well, I don't know if that's something that I can really answer for the person who's asking that question. I think it really greatly depends on the individual who is trying to work through that challenge, because there are those who do not view pornography as being immoral, and there are those who do view it as being immoral. Either way, it can become an addictive behavior in one's life. Um,
Would they'd
so
have to be kind of careful that it doesn't go into shame, though, correct? If you're viewing it
yeah,
as immoral, I mean, even if you believe it is or you believe it's not, it could still kick you into the shame cycle if you're not careful.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, shame can definitely kick in. Especially if it's viewed as something that's immoral, shame can definitely be even more pronounced because you feel like you're doing something that's not only unwanted, but it's also unacceptable. And so I think that's a very important difference to make. Or sorry, a different point to call out is that if somebody does view it as immoral, it's considered unacceptable, and therefore the shame is very intense. Um, so, while I cannot dictate whether a person views it as immoral or not, what I can speak to is the fact that um, it's something that can be disruptive and be damaging to people, regardless of their view of whether it's moral or not. It can cause great imbalance. It can interfere with relationships very, very significantly, and it can harm other areas of life, such as work and just coping with other challenges of life. Often people who are experiencing the addictive elements of pornography also feel very depressed. They might feel very high anxiety. They might have some other mental health challenges as well because it does uh, interrelate with so many of those other types of experiences. So getting back to the original question of would it help if I view it as immoral, I think most of all, it would help to view it as something that's potentially disruptive to your life, if in fact you feel like it is disruptive to your life. Um, so again, going back to everyone has their own value systems, and everyone's going to be able to decide for themselves whether they view it as moral or immoral. The bottom line is that it does create disruption and problematic tendencies that can be very disruptive in life, and it also can change our ability to connect with other people. It can change our ability to find rewards in a different kind of sexual experience. For example, being intimate with a spouse, that experience can be greatly impacted by a pornography addiction. So knowing that it can be so disruptive and change the way we view other elements of life is probably a better way to look at the impact of it.